While I wait till my turn, I create this small world. You gon' learn if you can any day. Get it, your friends did it, they famous. If you rap too, so then you gon' make it. I say really is patience, but really is condensation, and I can't wait to drop. Talk, but first off, I never pray a lot. My mama raised me a prophet, so therefore they gon' have to leave me no option. I got my this shit better, this shit better, this shit better, this shit better turn your shit up. This shit better turn your shit. This shit better turn your shit up. This shit better turn your shit up.
It's your boy, man, Willie B. We got a young boy, NBA young boy. Never broke again. He hails from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was raised mostly by his grandmother. You know, his pops did like a life sentence in prison. So, you know, doing 55 years in prison, he wasn't around. He broke his neck when he was really young. That explains the scar on his face. His spine had to heal up. It took time for his spine to heal up. So he dealt with some medical issues early. Dropped out of school, 9th grade. Chose the streets. He got put into a detention center. There in that solitude, that he started honing in on his rap skills while he was there. He gets out of the detention center, and his grandmother unfortunately passed away. So he started living with his friend, man, just figuring it out. They got a microphone from Walmart, and he was about 14 years old. Made his first mixtape called Life Before Fame. This was in 2015. 2016, he puts out another mixtape. It's called 38 Baby. Had a feature with Boosie, you know. Kevin Gates did a feature with him. So the same year, a few weeks later, he releases another mixtape called Mind of a Menace 3. Ended up getting arrested in Austin, Texas. And then from jail, he puts out a single called Untouchable. 2017, he released a video for his song 41. Same year, he releases his mixtape, AI Youngboy. That got him charting on Billboard. So he just started putting out singles and songs and blowing up videos on YouTube. Just, you know, every song had a video. 2018, he ends up putting out his debut album, Till Death Call My Name. This was after signing a joint venture deal with Atlantic Records. 2020, he releases his second album. It's called Top. This is right around the time where he gets arrested again, man. This guy's in and out of jail. Currently in jail. Leads us up to this album he just dropped called Sincerely Kentrell. I never listened to a NBA Youngboy album.
Stay the same as my plan. Ride in the Maybach, let's go. 10 M's up next, let's go. Hit Dre, my bro leave him dead. And from there on 3 different shots, I take away my pain.
Off rip, you could just hear that like Louisiana like harmonizing that soul. He could just sit there and spit some gutter shit on you, but then just like switch it to singing. He's like I see why they compare him to a Drake, because he'll harmonize and then rap on your ass. It's just very Moray-ish, but you know, he spits. I don't think Moray can keep up spitting wise with him. I wouldn't expect like him to have a voice like that. He could really sing. This nigga could like be a part of a church choir or some shit.
Smoke. Riding that motherfucking business. Think my business. I know what she like. Know a whole lot of bad bitches. Rich that business. Wanna be my wife. Play around with my missus while I'm thinking you holding me down.
I could tell how he records too. I could tell he don't really write his shit. He just layer it, because the way his rap sound on this joint, you could tell, like, you can hear the layering. Because he's not even finishing the last sentence before he coming in with the other one. So you can just tell he like jumping in with the new line every single time. I know a lot of niggas would do it like that. Wayne do it like that. Jay-Z do it like that. A lot of the greats. Biggie used to do it like that. I find it as an amazing skill. All rappers can't do it like that. I write my shit personally, but it's cool. It gets a little annoying at the end of the joint for me.
Bring this bitch, I go to waving with my toes. But big dub, I really miss. I got them bodies 2 by 2. Turn her head on, baby, with that 6 by. Okay, have your head on, baby, lose that cell phone. Okay, we fuck the flash and let me hit it and my beat on.
I don't think his jail experience right now is like anybody else's. I think it's a little different, because he's able to record all these records and shit. He probably got a nigga to come in there every Wednesday at 3 o'clock for like an hour, and he just sitting there and record like a bunch of songs. because he got money outside of jail. His commissary is loaded, son. It's like got a little trippy red feel to it. I'm alright on this record. Like it snap a little bit, but it ain't like it don't get to my soul. It's like just young nigga energy. It's so wild because when I see him in person, it seems like he has no energy, very low energy. But then you see him on these records, it's like this like explosion of energy. Like,
I smoke dope all day. I smoke strong. I got money. I got honey. I keep a pole on my waist. I gon' dump it. I ain't running. It's like I done gone mad. Smoking on that strong paper. You gon' get your dog smashed. You know that I'm on it.
he definitely a Boosie baby. Because this record sounds like Boosie's offspring, and ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's how we learn in hip hop. You got your forefathers of hip hop, and I could tell that he's one of the biggest for him. And how could it not be? You know, especially where he from. He just creating his own style of it. So I like this, even though I like it better from Boosie, just because I'm like old school shit. But he do his thing, bro.
Man, son, trying to swing the other way. Bring that bitch, take out the face. Then you can't control it, just get out the way, or you might be who died today. Tell them bring that shit this way. We gon' see what matters say. My wig on probably in the city with a dirty stick and some shit that's stick in the middle zone. I'm in the seat that is back around trying to kill a beat.
See, and he really come from a background of like robbing niggas and jugging and just like not giving a fuck. So like this record is just authentic. So I really see why, you know, the public connects with him. Cause like you listen to this shit, he really telling hood tales. Now obviously he ain't killed all of these niggas he talking about, but like he done been in these situations and you know, you could tell it's speaking from a real authentic ass place. So I fuck with it. It's all murder talk, but for real, he does that. That's like his lane completely. He does that well because he's animated as fuck and he got all the elements. He really, you know, Birdman say he $1 billion nigga.
I don't wanna go nowhere, oh no. I think it's best if we just stay at home. Might as well leave out because your friends can come round. I want it to be just me and you all. You don't want me, I see you la-di-da-di. All I see is sun song, lonely see the sun song.
See, you make a record like this, it's crossover to me. Like I would say this is a country record and it's still hip hop. There's people like him, Kevin Gates. These niggas should be taken seriously in the country music space. They should be at the, you know, country music awards for records like this. This is what brings white people to his fucking shows. Because he can go on them strings and harmonize on your ass, but like in this gangster way. Like, you know, Rod Wave, it's the money play. Whenever I hear this right now, I'm like, ooh, they going for the bag. This is not my favorite type of record. Like, I have to bear with these type of records, but I know music and I know good shit. And it's good.
I woke up, I ain't see nobody in my bed, After all that I know, you ain't say what I did, tell me what I did. Fuck that Rolls Royce, ooh, I just wanna lose this cold heart, ooh.
Wow, like I wouldn't have expected him to be this vulnerable on the record. Like he don't seem like he's vulnerable. I guess he literally just saves it all for the art, which points towards why he's so big right now. It's like the mysterious thing about him, you know, like because if Drake do this record, like when Drake started making records like this, where he's just like telling a woman like, "Oh, you crushed me, god damn it," like what, like they started like hating on this nigga, like what the fuck are you doing? But when NBA YoungBoy do it, or when YoungBoy do it, they don't really. It's like, oh yeah, you know, gangsters go through this shit too, you know.
Shit I said before, I can't take that back. I don't want no cut if no real gangsters drive that Cadillac. Tryna need some clear dance, bro, I see some clouds and these flies they tryna kill, but I'm tryna chill so I ain't calling.
It's sporadic. He's all over the place, but he's finding melodies wherever he go. It's like he'll go somewhere crazy, and he'd be like, I don't know about that, but then he finds something there. You'd be like, all right, this little nigga be searching and finding some shit. He's not scared to try tones and melodies, you know, and that's that Young Thug shit. Young Thug really opened that up, I feel like, on a crazy level to where these young niggas now, they are not scared to take their voices up so high. And that's some old school shit, like them old school R&B singers and shit before hip hop was crazy and out on records. Like they would do that. You hear men sounding even like women. Their tones go up so high
I ain't coming in, you don't pay, you don't see. Want all blue strips, that's all I need. Lame ass always time can't treat me. You keep trying, can't beat me. Shit, I might get the bitch, don't need me. Another level, going out of reach. Rich shit, big need, sliding in this motherfucker. Get lit, same feet, slide back that same color.
I thought he was gonna do it like all of these young niggas do, but he took his own lane, man. And that's what I'm starting to really like about this guy, man. He don't take the lane that everybody's taking when they approach these beats. Like you've heard this type of beat, this type of sound before. This Molly World type of sound, I like to call it. But he brings his own to it. He don't just leave it there. He's like, no, I'm gonna affect this texture.
I just won't die from off the stage and pray to God I don't fall. I say the drugs will make me. I say the drugs will make me. Making sure the fire don't go out on a strong. I take one puff, I'm lazy. I take some puffs, I'm lazy.
It feel like a Trippie Redd record to me, but I think they blend at some point in this musicality shit. But I like him better than a Trippie Redd.
That my killer me and her don't play it out. Nah, that my smoke hella me call. I ain't on call. Don't tell me down, bitch, I'm grown. Yeah, come check it out through these phones. Brother, kicking them dogs. I want that hit, get it gone.
He did his shit on Hit. I fuck with it. Like, there's no way I can even really hate on this record. He swagged on it, and like he's very animated. It's just you will not like just from looking at him, you wouldn't think that.
They go some, say she like on me. Fly in a chip, fly in a E. Can I take you out tonight? Go get something to eat. Sit down and say like things you know about me.
Another record where he's like really vulnerable. He's just saying like, yo, I've been doing shit my way, and it just, I need a fucking blueprint. I need somebody to teach me something. You get a lot of money, and people look at you like this god, but you like don't have shit all the way figured out. You like don't know a lot of shit. You like, yo, I kind of need some help, but it's hard to ask motherfuckers for help when you got a bunch of money because they trying to milk it out of you, and so smart motherfuckers get in your life and be just trying to manipulate you and shit. You smart too, but you don't know exactly how they fucking you over, but you know they are. So it's like this.
Horse crew, I ain't got no one that I can trust. I got my guard up so high. Can't be with you. Tell me, baby, now can we please stop fighting? I need you on side. I might lose my life now. Later on, I'm gonna be mad back right now. What about the inside?
This one sound like he in the cell though. Like all the other records, it don't really sound like he from the jail. Sound like he out and thriving and all the rest of them. But this one, like this one, it sounds like, nah, I'm in the cell, bro, and this is the shit I'm pondering on. If you're a YoungBoy fan, you gonna really be like, you gonna get your money's worth on this one. He's really yearning for help. He want to get the fuck out of there. He feels a little suicidal.
But that is thick, I'm full of pill. Oh, you gon' run and talk that shit. You gon' get stressed before this year. And okay, Papa 10, Philly 10, killing. That's why I'm at right in that note. I'm known as murder man. Okay, my mama told me pop my shit and do my dance.
I like this beat, and then I just like the way he ski masked this joint. Like he got that ski mask flow. And not the rapper, because I know it's a nigga named Ski Mask, whatever. But I'd name a flow that. Like this flow, he creeping up on this beat. The beat is a creeping up ass beat, but then he fucking brings the flow for it too. Finding me in places I didn't think I would fuck with him, like.
You the baddest thing I seen in a while. Oh, my shorty, she and she mine. I swear about her anything. These are mine.
Damn, he's got all bases covered. And then he's spitting at the chicks now. He's like, yo, you the baddest thing I ever see. Yo, I love you, girl. And then he just proceeds to like just say the most gangsterish shit in the world. Like women, they eat that shit up for breakfast. You show a little sentimentalness and then say some gangster ass shit. Like, come on, man. It's the best of both worlds. Women be fucked up when you hit them with that. That's like a woman who like with ass and titties and don't talk that much. But when she do, it's hilarious and poignant.
Niggas dying, falling stars through the night. And I've been thinking about you every night. If you happy, I know that I should be alright. Cause this tragic and I can't seem but to decide.
Simple. He give you this kind of almost back row South beat, but then his name Nevada. That's hell on earth, if you ask me. The real one. You gotta do a lot to get me to come there. I'm sorry, y'all. If you in Nevada right now, I don't know how you surviving. It is too much. The energy there is just fucked. If you in just the secular sinning mood just for a weekend, like do that. I just don't know how people live there. I'll go there for a weekend and then I'm getting the fuck out. And a weekend is a little too long for me. I go there for like a night. A night.
Give me up, I see a level that I wanna reach. I saying what you never gonna pretend. I hear those steps coming after me. I heard the one of 11 letter man.
This joint is kind of, it's whatever. We've heard this vibe. This is another record for those far-reaching fans. He's gonna.
Oh no, fuck to you around. Got him on me, my bro. Take the car like me, man. Look back, so it's in. Never gonna lose, I'ma show you how to win.
Oh yeah, see, that's a Young Thug baby right there. Cool on this.
What's that one? Got my pistol on me, you know what it's about. I said, shawty, can you help me? I'm in the streets, I'm chasing money, baby. Trying to make it up, but do it all you want daily. Always on my time.
Fuck it. I skipped the last two songs because I just did a whole thing, and this album scored a 49. So it's a good album. Really good album. I think it was shocking for me. I never really heard YOUNGBOY, but I heard all the hype. But I love the album cover. It's like a dedication to his son. Even though the subject matter is like just him revealing himself, but you could tell like his son's gonna hear this stuff in the future once he can understand it. I can finally see why they're comparing this nigga to Drake. At first I didn't see it, but now that I listen to a project, it's just because of his dynamic of rapping and then going into this singing vulnerable place. So shout out to NBA YoungBoy for doing this. BADDEST did it. You gotta know it. You're gonna be mad in 2 years once the shit get crazy, and then you be like, damn, I did hear about that shit a while ago. So hop on it now, and then get over to blessedthings.com and see what's happening over there. It's a lot of things. You can catch this show over there, and many more. Yeah, that's it for your boy. I'm out of here. Y'all be safe. Remember, I love you, and be easy in these streets.